Hi, it's Tom Waits. I hope that I don't fall in love with you. I'm working on it at the moment. What I'm going to show you is the chords that I use, picking style and how to put it together. I'll do a separate video with the whole song on it so that you can see how it all comes together. To start with, I play it in the key of C major, sometimes with a capo on the first or second fret depending on how my voice is doing, but the chords that I use are based around this very simple picking style, which I'll show you first. The whole song I pick in a very simple thumb, index finger, then 2 and 3 together, index finger, and when I'm playing C and F, which are the 2 of the 3 chords in there, I'll pretty much only use the thumb on the 5th string, the A string, index finger on the D string, and then 1 and 2, the 2nd and 3rd fingers on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Occasionally I'll play the 1st string, but hardly ever. When I'm playing the G chord and the variations, then the thumb will pick the E string as well. So it's the picking style is that sort of thing. Terribly simple. So the C chord that I use is therefore only 3 fingers: the A string on the 3rd fret, the D string on the 2nd fret, and the B string on the 1st fret. And the picking style is, as I say, thumb, index finger, 2 and 3, index finger, thumb. Okay, the second chord that I play is an F, which is the A string 3rd fret, D string 3rd fret, G string 2nd fret, B string on the 1st fret. And I lay my index finger across the 1st and 2nd fingers, just in case I do accidentally pick that 1st string or intentionally pick that 1st string, so that it's in the right place. So C, F, and then there are 2 variations of the G chord that I use. The first that I'll show you is, or 3 rather, the first is the G7th chord, where I'm putting my 3rd string on the E, my 3rd finger on the E string on the 3rd fret, and then my little finger is on the D string on the 3rd fret. So the reason that I'm not playing the A string is because I'm not picking the A string, so there's no point in fretting it. So that's a nice little G7th chord. And then I will play a G7 suspended chord by adding to those 2 notes. I'll put my 2nd finger down on the G string on the 2nd fret, and then my 1st finger will go down on the B string on the 1st fret, and then lift those 2. So you get that kind of very nice little suspension of that chord and resolution back to the G7. That's easy to get to in the song because when you play the F chord, your 1st and 2nd fingers are already on the B string and the G string where they need to be. So to get to the G suspended chord, all you need to do is drop your 3rd finger from the A string down to the E string on the 3rd fret. So you get to the F, then move your 3rd finger, leave everything else where it is, and you've got that G7 suspended chord. Lift the 2 fingers and you've got the G7th chord. C, F, G7 suspended, G7. And that's your introduction. Okay? Apart from that, the only other 2 things that I use are occasionally at the end of the verse I will, having played the F, I'll play a G chord by moving the whole F chord up 2 frets. And at the end of the verse that comes very quickly, just a pick or thumb and a couple of fingers, thumb and a couple of fingers, and back to a C. And I'll play a full verse in a moment and show you exactly where that is. Okay? Then in one place I will play a G chord, which is just the third finger on the E string 3rd fret. But because you're not playing the A string and you're not playing the E string, just the one finger is required. And then there's a little walk that I do from the G to the C. And what I'm doing there is I'm playing together the B string on the 1st fret and the A string open. Then I'm playing the B string on the 3rd fret and the A string on the 2nd fret. And then I'm playing the C chord, which is the A string on the 3rd fret, B string back on the 1st fret again. And in between them, all I'm doing, because I'm playing that with my thumb and my 3rd finger, all I'm doing is I'm picking another one of the 2 strings in between. They're open strings and I'm picking them with either finger. So you get that nice little walk from the G back up to the C. Last thing I'm going to show you is right at the very end I will use a C suspended chord, which is your basic C chord, and then you drop your little finger onto the D string on the 3rd fret. And I do it with a hammer on, so you get that sort of effect. And the verse looks like this. So once we've done the intro, which is C, F, G7 suspended, you do that twice and then you get into the verse. Well, I see, hope that I don't F, fall in love with G7 suspended, you. Do that twice, then G7 twice. This C, fall in F, in love just makes me, G7 suspended, blue, G7, F. Well, I turn around, C, and look at you, G. You look back at me, C. That's where the one finger G is. F. The guy you're with, C. He's up and split, C. Sorry, F. The chair next to you's G7 suspended, free. G7, walk. And I C. Hope that I don't F, fall in G. Love with C suspended, U, G, and then walk again. Okay? So all in one go. Well, I hope that I don't fall in love with you. 'Cause falling in love just makes me blue. But I turn around and look at you, G. You look back at me, F. The guy you're with, he's up and split. The chair next to you is free. Walk. And I hope that I don't fall in love with you. Okay? That's pretty much it. There's a slight extension of those 2 chords at the end of the last verse, but when you have a look at the video of me playing the whole song, you'll be able to see that. That will come easily. Okay, good luck with that.